what's up? Um, Man, I just watched this Channel 5 interview with Clavicular, interviewed by Andrew Callahan. I love his interviews. I love Channel 5. It's such a good show. It's like what people, I guess, like it's targeted at me. It's stuff that like I'm interested in. Maybe my demographic, maybe my age group. Who knows? Anyway, yeah, like I don't know. I'm not like super interested in this clavicular guy, but it's a good snapshot of just this like thought thought movement that's coming out of the internet age, especially for younger fellas. Like you could tell. I mean, he's a kid. Is he 21 yet? I don't know, but he has kind of like I don't know. It's just like what can happen when you're so online, like when you're getting all of these messages online. The stuff that he says like fascinates me. I almost like feel sorry for the dude. And good looking guy, hangs out with beautiful women, goes to clubs in Miami. If that's your thing, that's cool, man. Like, I don't know. He does this thing called looks maxing, but like look at all of these terms that are coming out. It's like he is an expert. He's really smart. He talks about like peptides and your brain chemicals and men and women's brain chemicals and all of this stuff, and you could tell he's just like really well researched, like good researcher. um Smart kid. um but I hear this pain of like this world where everything's really hard for you if you're not really good looking. And um yeah, I don't know, like he's kind of turning all of these notions on their head, like this, like I don't know, like I guess like people tend to be like, hey, if you think about yourself as, if you're happy with yourself, you're going to go out into the world and things are going to be easier. And that's true. And it doesn't really have a lot to do with how you look. Um, like if you're thinking like that, if you're just like, hey, it's all self-confidence. It's all about like what you see in the mirror. It's how you feel about yourself. It's how you feel about what you're doing. And we've all talked to people that are like passionate about things that they're doing and things that they love, and they're doing it and they feel better and they feel happy and they feel like fulfilled. um but that's something that's like, it's kind of hard in the modern age. It's getting harder and harder. I just started this job working for the Sandia tramway. It's like a little tramway. I'm kind of a tour guide. I push buttons. And then you clean bathrooms and stuff at the end of the day. But man, it's like it's a fun job. Like you're meeting people every day and stuff like that. But they were paying really low. I was making 13.50 an hour, and this is coming back. I got laid off from bartending. So I'm like coming off unemployment, like kind of just trying to find some work while I'm going to school. And I feel undervalued. Like I feel like, man, like I gave him 36 hours last week, and my paycheck was like $450. That's sad. That's sad, dude. Like, I mean, what if I was living off of that? I have other opportunities, that's not my main income, but man, like for a lot of people that is, especially if you're putting 35 hours of your time per week. Like, how do you even feel valued? Like, and that's not a crazy story. That's kind of how like most people are operating in the world. Like, we're all kind of undervalued. So then it's like easy to look in the mirror and feel bad about yourself. And then like you might find, I don't know, refuge in online forums and working out and getting buff and looks maxing. Just whatever it is, you find like you're prone to finding like some other form of validation. And one of the things that Clavicular was saying in this interview is how it's brutal. Like when you go out and you're dating, it's brutal. Like how women feel about you, or how so like man, this is like he is a great example of what happens when when you're becoming disadvantaged in the world. And like this isn't even like worst case scenario. He's really good looking, very fit, smart young man. Like he's like, I don't know, he's got a lot going for him, but he still feels like he needs to do this, or he needs to be part of this. And he doesn't want to look at politicals. He's even like his movement, which he's kind of spearheading, or which he's a good representative of. He wants to claim that it's like not political, like, and he's not interested in politics. And I don't even want to call it politics, but like, it's a world where the politics have made it so that we are supposed to be starving for money. Like we're supposed to want these jobs that maybe will pay us a little bit better than $400 a week for so much of our time. And like, these are things that have been decided politically. I'm not interested in politics. I'm anti-politics. I don't think that they're here for us. Like I feel disadvantaged myself, because I feel like there's nobody fighting for us. We're called consumers. We're looked at consumers. We're just looked at as we're looked at as a big market that people who have money could sell things to, which the consumer and producer disparity, the division, the people who produce things and the people who consume things, the divide between them is growing. It's growing and it's growing, and more people are consumers than producers, and more people are looking to validate themselves, to feel like they have value. More people are looking for that than people that have that, at least financially. So if you can't approach that, and you're a 19-year-old kid and you're getting rejected by women, maybe you're like a straight guy rejected by women all of the time. What happens when you start listening to this guy like Clavicular? Because he's not wrong. He's like, he's on to something, and he's right. Like it's not his job to worry about politics. It's other people's jobs. It's not his job to make this a political movement. But even that, like, I mean, like, I'm seeing so much hate for just and I don't want to say men, but like all of us. Like it's this, like, I don't know, you have like a super left. This is like, I don't know, my demographic. I'm like this left liberal, like you're anti-establishment, you're whatever, you're dirty punk rock, or you're fucking nasty hippie or whatever. This is like this is my people, like kind of like, which tend to be like a more political class. So you have someone who, I don't know, has like this like deep-seated repulsion for men, the type of person that I'm around, type of person that I hang out with, who is looking at someone like Clavicular, like, look at the hate. Like you're starting, like, you don't really care about their problems, because they've had the reins of humanity. The world has been run by men for so long, and it's disadvantaged all of us, and it's kind of put us into this position. So like, you don't feel sorry for him, which is a lack of empathy. And then he doesn't feel sorry for you because you're a dirty left liberal hippie, hairy-legged, whatever you are. And like, there's this like weird division, whereas we're all struggling. We're all going to work and we're only making $450. Like, grocery prices are going up, gas prices are going up. We're all struggling, whether you're that guy, whether you're that liberal, whether you're like homophobic, whether you're pro-gay, whether you're pro-trans athletes in the Olympics or anti-trans. It doesn't really matter. We're all struggling. Why are we worried about trans athletes in the Olympics? It's because it's something that like speaks to a movement that gives people value in a system where they don't have value, where they're seen as expendable. Like, fucking quit. I paid you 450 this week. Quit. I'll hire someone else. And then they'll struggle. Like, because there's people willing to struggle. Like, we're all willing to struggle. 450 bucks a week is better than nothing. I put in my 2 weeks yesterday. Put in my 2 weeks notice, so I'm gonna quit. And I'm gonna be a little broker, but my time is more valuable than that. I know that. Also, I could go bartend and make more than that. And it's like, what are you adding to society bartending? It's not really the point. It's just like, I get a little bit of money to get by, which is a toxic. I mean, like, if you're thinking like that, usually you end up in some kind of like field that isn't good for humanity. I mean, look at the jobs that are being paid more. What if I was like an oil tycoon? What if I was like a head honcho at some oil company I wanted to drill? I'm gonna get paid a lot more than $13.50 an hour. But you got to give up your values, and then you could come home, and then you could come look in the mirror and be like, hey, I'm part of this system, and I'm beautiful because I make a lot of money, or I have a beautiful house, or I have a beautiful yard, or I have a beautiful wife, or I have a beautiful dude. It's just, I don't know. I feel for this guy. I really like that interview, that Channel 5 interview. Check it out. It's the Clavicular interview. It's interesting. Very interesting kid. Also, too, one thing I wanted to point out, like, you're getting, like, shit, dude, like, people are, like, starting to obsess over, like, health products. Look at these peptides. Look at, like, taking tea. Or taking, like, I don't know. It's not like we have a general biology. We produce the neurochemicals that we need most of the time. And maybe you need some help. Maybe you should see a psychologist. But psychiatrist, ologist, whatever. Like, I don't know. Like, get your neurotoxins right. Okay, like, there might be a deficit or whatever, but you know, we're human, we're resilient, we're equipped with certain things. And maybe you look in the mirror and you don't see something like super beautiful every time that you do. But man, like, I don't know. And like, find what makes you feel beautiful. Like, if it's going to the gym and working out, if it's breaking the bones in your face or whatever. I'm sorry it got to that point, but yeah, and like, don't be afraid to look at, like, why do you feel like that? Why has society made you like this? Why are girls rejecting you because you're ugly, like, or you feel ugly? What's the problem? Is it you? Is it the girls that are rejecting you? And are you an incel? Which is also an insult, like, coming from the internet. It's this, like, pressure. Hey, man, read Propaganda by Edward Bernays. Read that book. Like, it's more, like, selling things is more about, it's more about catering to the way that people feel rather than pushing a product. Well, that is how you push a product. Cater to how people feel. So if you feel rejected, what are people selling you? What are these ideas that come in? Like, also, too, the internet is the means to which they're selling that. Like, look at all this internet research. Look at all these, like who's selling these peptides? What company is doing this? Or Ozempic or weight loss? How many ads do you see for that? Like, it's people taking advantage of the way that you are seeing yourself in the mirror, the way that you see yourself, the way that you're putting value on yourself. Anyway, much love. We're all valuable. It's a fucking miracle that we're all here. People are valuable, and in mass we are being disadvantaged, and it's getting harder and harder. I know everyone's a little bit more broke right now, and whether it's Democrats or Republicans or whoever it is, whoever is running the show is making this worse. They're making it worse. Yeah, just some stuff to keep in mind. Later.